Okay, so I just muted you, Meek. I can hear you typing. Sorry. So, all right. So a couple of things that we're going to talk about. And then I'm going to touch on any and all questions that you guys have. But here's the thing. I do not want to be the only one talking. So please, please, please make this a very informal Zoom, and we can all kind of just talk and whatever. So unmute yourself at any time. And let's have a conversation about things. So the first thing, and I kind of touched on this with a couple people before, but most people know that Leslie and I went to Tony Robbins. So I feel like little dabbles of things are going to keep trickling in, and I'm sure Leslie's going to get some ideas to throw in here and there too. So the first thing that I want to give to every single one of you, please get out a pen and paper too, so you guys can write these things down. Side note, 10% of all things you hear that you want to retain, 10% of it is going to be saved just by listening to it. 50% of it's going to be saved and retained by writing it down. And then the percentage goes up, correct me, maybe to 80, 90% if you're doing it with energy. So that's why yesterday at the conference, we were like, oh my God, we were like doing stuff like this, jumping up and down, and we were being crazy. And that's just what he does at his stuff. But so just so you know, and listening to music to pump yourself up and stuff like that. So honestly, from now on, when we do hours and stuff, I want to do music in between. I know I kind of started it, but I absolutely love that idea. So always write things down. For me, I'm kind of crazy, and I have to go back. And I took some videos because I'm such a visual learner that I need to also rewatch a video, and I'll miss so much stuff the first time, and I'll get it the second or third time that I watch it. So that's huge. Anyways, going back to my thing, 7-day challenge. So we are going to give you I say we, Leslie and I are talking about it. We're going to give you a 7-day challenge. And here's what the challenge is. Starting tomorrow, that's my challenge for you. If you feel the need to start it another day or whatever, by all means. But for 7 days, you are not allowed to give any excuses. Guys, this is really hard. You might be like, oh, that's fine. I can do that. No verbal excuses and no excuses in your head. And guys, I'm not just talking about this business. I'm talking about anything in life. Things are annoying. Things are frustrating. Things are whatever. And you're like, in your head, you make excuses, and it's very natural. So don't be like, oh my God, I do that all the time. It's normal. A lot of people do that all the time. It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with you. So what this exercise is going to do, and the reason it's 7 days, is because you are actively training your mindset and your brain to literally push these aside. And the word that Tony Robbins kept using that I absolutely loved was, I don't negotiate. It's non-negotiable. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I don't negotiate with myself at all. And it makes so much sense. And that's when the no excuses attitude really comes into play. So this is a challenge that I'm going to post about it tomorrow morning. I'm going to make a picture, and I have to write that down so I don't forget. Picture and post. And you are more than welcome to share your journey throughout it if you want. Or what I want you to do is just post at the end of the 7 days and tell us how it went. Say day 4 was really crappy. It sucked. So you know what? I pushed myself to go 8 days to make up for day 4. I don't care what it is. And if you have a really rough time with this first week and you only make it a couple of days out of the 7 days, try it again. So this is up to you. This is a way for you to become a better person. And that's why this business is so much more than just a business and just sharing products, because and Leslie's known me, Terry's known me, Kelly, I'm trying to think who's known me, Michaela, everyone has known me. You guys have known me from day 1 of this business. So you guys have seen the change that I've made. And guys, I haven't always been a positive person. Not saying that I've been a negative person, but I've had negative in my life. I've never always focused on the positive. And something Tony Robbins said is, things are going to pop up in your life that suck. People are going to be sick. There's going to be deaths. There's going to be this. And it's going to push you so hard. But here's the thing. You need to find the good in it no matter what. And that's hard. That takes time. It takes training. So this exercise is only 7 days, but if you do it and you do it 100% to your best ability, I promise you're going to get so much more out of it. And I can really confidently say that because I feel like it's going to trickle into other things in your life. I feel like you're going to be like, son of a gun. I've been telling myself that I want to work out and I really haven't made that a priority. And right now, absolutely not. I'm going to do this and it's non-negotiable. I am waking up at this time when that alarm goes off, right? So it's going to trickle into other areas of your life, even with your family and stuff like that. Like it doesn't matter. So 7 days, that's all it is. Make the best out of it. Give it your all. Do whatever you can. Leslie, since you were at the conference with me, do you want to add anything more in about that 7-day challenge? I can unmute you. Hang on.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Am I there?
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to reiterate what it is that you said. One of the things that really kind of hit home for me is he said, everyone has the suck. We all have things in our lives that suck. And it's really, truly, and honestly, we all have things in our lives that suck, but we also all have the potential of being incredibly successful. And it's a matter of training our brains to always focus on the success as opposed to any of the negativity that is going to stop us from reaching that success.
Got it. Thanks. All right. Anyone have any other thoughts or questions or feelings towards this challenge? What do you guys think?
I just want to say, I think it's great. When you said that this afternoon, when you said, he said, there's no negotiating. Like I negotiate with myself on a daily basis.
And so, yeah,
and it's just like, when you said that, I was just like, yeah, I do that all the time and I need to stop doing that. And, talking about going to the gym more, like you were saying, like, I need to do that too. I need to start going back when I was doing it more, like all the time. And I need to start taking that time for myself. And what that's going to mean is I'm also going to have to start literally going back to scheduling my life and scheduling my day and all of that stuff that I was doing before. That all kind of like trickles away, and it's easy to not do it. It's easy to just go, well, but you got to do it.
I honestly couldn't agree more. There's so many days where like, I was of course talking to Leslie about this because we had yesterday, but I'm exhausted. My kids, oh my God, Emma, get off boob and start sleeping. Like I'm dying with that right now. That is such a struggle for me. And it's so hard. So when I wake up in the morning, my butt is not going to go for a run because I don't feel like it. Like I'm exhausted. I'm literally physically drained. And then it's like, I have to make them food. Why do you have to eat 3 meals a day? Like there are literally, you know what I mean? Like days are hard. There's days that are really hard. And everyone's in a different season of their life. Yes. And for me right now, I feel like this is one of the really hard seasons for me. In my entire life that I've had, this is a really hard season for me.
Oh my God. It's so hard, Danielle. I was exactly the same way when my kids were little. Like Sarah especially, like she was just never, like I could not get her away from me. And then you're at the point by the end of the day, you're like, do not touch me. Get away from me. And then your husband comes home and you're like, don't even look at me,
Yeah. There's just so many factors.
I don't know how you do it because honestly, there's no way. I want to say no way, but I feel like there was no way I could have done what you do on top of taking care of 2 little ones because your kid's about the same age difference as mine. I'm that's why I'm in awe of you like daily because.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
But really, I mean, I don't just say that to blow smoke up your ass. I just think it's true, and I've been there, and I know how hard it is. So.
Well, I think something that I need to get back into doing is scheduling my day. Like there are times where I'm just like, meh, I kind of make excuses and I don't realize it until yesterday I was there and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a no excuses person. But here's what I'm not doing. I'm not putting myself first. I'm not taking care of myself. And I have to take care of myself if I'm going to take care of others. And I want that to trickle onto every single person on this team. I want people to realize that in order for you to help others, including your team, including your family, including whatever, you have to take care of yourself. And I don't want to admit it, and I feel weird saying it because I feel selfish by saying I need to start putting myself first.
Right? It's a mom thing.
What was that, Terry?
You need to find the time for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was 4:30 in the morning waking up and exercising.
Yeah.
And I had 2 the same age, so
yeah,
it is tough. It's tough, but you take that time. When they go to bed, you go to bed.
See, and that's, I suck at that. I'll stay up till 11 o'clock, but that's my time to work my business. Yeah. So it's like, I got to give and take. I've got to figure out what's the priority, what's not. So it's a struggle for every person, and every person has their own struggle. So in the end, you have to take care of yourself, and you have to put yourself first, and you got to figure it out, and you have to set a schedule for yourself if you want. Michaela, I love you. So, all right. So that is your challenge. And I want to make sure, guys, think about how many people you have on your team. They're not all going to watch this Zoom. So go have a conversation with them. Be like, hey, listen, I was on the team Zoom and this is what we talked about. Send them a voice message, whatever. I don't care. But think about what this will do for a person, not just for their business, but think about what it will do for them. So please feel free to trickle this down onto your teams and have that conversation. Okay. The really big thing that I really do want to talk about, and then I'm going to kind of touch on some questions, is the 2 things, and I went live and I talked about it, but I want to have a bigger discussion about this. The 2 things that you should be doing in your business every single day is host a post and Instagram stories. If you are not doing those, you have to be doing them. And if you are like, I don't know what the heck Instagram stories is, go freaking Google it, because guess what? There's a crap ton of stuff on that. Something they said, I think it was Gary Leslie, I think Gary said it. He said, if you don't know something, Google it. If you don't know something and you're a visual learner, YouTube it. Like, he was like, stop making excuses. Do you even know? He said so many people in this world now say that the internet's a bad thing and that the internet this and the internet that. Well, I see the negative side of some people, how it's affecting, those people type of things. But do you see what the internet has done for us? You literally he's like, for me to be where I'm at today, I read books. I worked my butt off and I read a lot of books. I don't know if Gary said that. Somebody else may have. But basically, they had to read books. Now you get to watch videos. Guys, there's podcasts. Like, there's so many things at our disposal. So you have got to do what you can do to make the best out of your day. So for example, I had to get my oil changed on the car, and I brought my office to the dealership. I didn't even take a picture because I'm terrible. But on the way home, I listened to Rachel Hollis's podcast because I love her and she fuels the fire inside of me. And I love that. So I was like, I need her to listen to right before this Zoom tonight. So I did. So I listened to her, and it was her and her husband, and it was awesome. And I loved it. I would have listened to music, you guys. So get the podcast on your phone. And guess what? The second I turn my car on, the second I plug my phone in to charge it, Rachel Hollis comes up right away. So I don't even have to think about it. Because if you have the podcast on your phone, it's literally going to start the second you plug your phone in. So that's a huge tip that I've started doing. Cami Pentecost pops up every now and again too. But I feel like when I listen to Cami, I need a pen and paper. Like, I feel like I'm like, I need to write stuff down. But with Rachel Hollis, it's just like, I just can listen. And I listen to, Gary has one too. And I listened to his, started listening to it. So anyways, that's that. But host a post and Instagram stories. Here's something that I started doing for myself. And if this works for you and you want to take this idea, go ahead. I typed up a 6 list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lists for me, because that's what I do. And I have a box next to every single one of them. I typed it up, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. I printed maybe 3 pages and then cut them up into small pieces. And I literally tape it to my desk. Guys, I'm being realistic here. I was in urgent care. I haven't done this in like a week. Okay. Life happens. It sucks. I'm literally doing my best, but when you get in the routine, you can do it really well. So tomorrow I'm going to start again, and I'm going to start back on this. Who cares if you get off the wagon a little bit because life happens? I still work my business. I just wasn't able to sit at my desk and actually do this actively. So it's whatever. But I have 5 hosts to post, follow up with all your hosts to post, post on your story. Now for me, I post on Instagram story and it just carries over to the Facebook story as well. You can link them. I say post on Facebook 4 times. I always do. I'm not worried about that. I just want to make sure it gets there. Post on Instagram 3 times a day, letter of the day, follow up with your current customers, and post something in the team page. I feel like I try really hard to be there for my team and give them anything that I can give them. So I try to post something at least once a day for you guys. So what do you guys want to share about host to post and Instagram stories or? I feel like the big thing with host posts is if you're going to do it and commit to it, you've got to be organized. And we have so many different things on our team page or ways to organize it that are out there. And I think you just have to put that into place if you are a new distributor or, somebody like that getting started. So what are your guys' thoughts? What seems to be the best way to juggle Instagram and Facebook? For me personally, I'm just going to tell you what I do. I set timers in my phone to post on Instagram because it is not, it's not natural. Facebook, I'm on that thing. I'm posting. It's what I do. Instagram, crap. A day went by and I forgot to post. I set timers in my phone. So, and if I'm being honest, I don't post. I learned this from Michaela, but I don't have like the little blogger lifestyle. So I don't post in Instagram really. I post in the stories. So I'm setting timers in my phone and all it comes across is IG. So I literally just go, even if I'm super busy, I go throw up something so that there's something there. So I do that 3 times a day. So
3 times? So yeah. Like Facebook,
I feel like it should probably be more though.
I do like 1 story a day for Facebook. I put one up and then I let it go all day.
Gary said 19 pieces of content. He kept saying 19 pieces of content.
What do you mean? In the story? You're frozen.
He kept saying 19 pieces of content. Do you remember like what exactly that was? Leslie? Hang on.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I thought it was 9. Wasn't it 9?
It would make more sense if it was 9.
Yeah. Because when we went out for lunch, everyone kept saying 10 because they were overachievers. But yeah, he said 9.
Okay, that makes me feel better then.
Yeah, it's 9 pieces of content, but it doesn't have to be anything specifically related to anything.
It doesn't have to be about the business.
Yeah,
all 9 about the business.
9 pieces of content, but it's 9 pieces of content that enable your network to see who you are. And that is probably the thing he stressed the most, was the mere fact that you have got to be exactly who you are, because people can identify and they know when the fake and falseness is being projected upon people. So people relate to real people, and he kept saying it's got to be real, because that's what people relate to.
Yeah. And I was just looking through my notes and I'm like, why don't I have anything on his notes? It's because Leslie took the notes and I videotaped him. So I now need to go watch the video again. And those are, if you guys are on here and you're not on my team, feel free to message me and I'll send you the videos, but it's up on the team page. I just posted it a couple hours ago. 2 videos because my phone was dying. So it like cut off and I was like, oh, so that I put it back up and started recording. So there's 2 videos. But I will say that was it's about 30 minutes, not that long at all. It's about 30 minutes worth of, oh my God, probably the best part of the entire conference for me. You guys, Leslie and I sat in a chair from 8:30-ish until at least 7 p.m. And we only got up if we were jumping up in the air, if we had to pee, or if we wanted to stand in a line to get food to rush back to our seats to eat our food, okay? So we literally sat there for that amount of time, almost 12 hours straight, and that was the best 30 minutes of the entire thing. So please, if you do anything, go watch that and go follow him because he knows his shit. Like, he says the F-bomb a lot. but it's really good. Like, it's really good.
Uh-huh.
I don't like the F-bomb that much, but it is. It makes me want to say it all the time now. It's just,
He's hot.
it was really good. So, okay.
So can I just ask real quick,
Yeah.
the 9 pieces of content, Leslie, is that 9 pieces across the board? So you can add that between Facebook and Instagram, or is that like 9 pieces per platform?
He kept saying, and it was interesting because he kept saying 7 platforms. There are 7 platforms right now that are active and where people are engaged.
Can you give him the list?
I didn't write them all down because I didn't
Let's do
know.
it together. Facebook, Instagram, obviously, Twitter, Pinterest. Michaela, help me.
YouTube,
YouTube,
LinkedIn.
Snapchat, I think maybe was one.
Twitter is not good. Don't ever use Twitter.
He said it was, so I'm just going to put it out there. I don't use it, but
Twitter, Pinterest, you can't post
LinkedIn.
anything on Pinterest.
LinkedIn was one he said too.
LinkedIn.
Katie just wrote it in the comments.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is for old people.
Yeah, but you know what? Old people need products, Michaela.
It's a different network.
Did you just say the O word?
I'm leaving now.
Don't make me go in there.
I'm leaving now.
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
mute
go ahead and
myself.
dismiss
Bye.
Michaela from the Zoom.
You wait till I see you in Florida, girl.
Go back to Instagram, Michaela. So yeah, so those were, he did say 7. I remember seeing some up there and I was like, oh my God, really? So it's really whatever you're choosing. So, all right, anything else about host a post or your stories that you guys want to share? A tip, ask a question? What are your thoughts? Good? Okay.
I'll just say something real quick. Last night I used Pinterest a lot for ideas, and I used Pinterest for like pictures that then I can add to. So I don't know if a lot of people know about that. I know you guys do, but so like your new tea people. But yesterday I was on Pinterest and I found like a ton of posts and things that are great for stories.
Good.
So use that for sure. Like Daniel always says, like make them your own though. Like run them through some sort of filter, edit them, put some new words and things like that. Yeah. But
I want to tell you my experience with Pinterest. So I was getting a ton of really good ideas, and something that I noticed with the pictures that I was liking is that it was all black, green, and bling. And you don't want.
No, these aren't. Yeah.
No. I know, but I'm just saying some of the it works, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of black, green, and bling. So what I started doing, because I didn't want that all over my page, because honestly, people are going to scroll right by stuff like that. So I would take the idea and I would make it my own. Like totally, I would revamp the entire picture. I would be like, oh my God, that's a great idea, because Pinterest has such good ideas. So you can even take it and put it in, PicCollage, which by the way, PicCollage, guys, the new fonts in there are awesome. I've been like, PicCollage is like old school. Word swag is totally in for me. You guys, the new stuff in PicCollage is really cool. So
is it for old people, Danielle?
It is for old people too. Michaela's got a knife in her hand. She's like, okay.
I was able to use it, so it's for old people.
Oh, I'm like, who just said that? I'm trying to find who's. All right. Well, good. Well, yes. Guys, totally random too. Like LinkedIn, I have an account, but I've gotten messages from LinkedIn that I'm like, is my account still active? But when you go check it, you're like, oh my God, there's a lot of people on there, that professional people that you connect with. So I was actually surprised when I did go kind of check out my account. All right, we're going to go through the questions and see if anybody has any specific things that you want to talk about after. Okay, so I've had 5 people tell me they'll order tomorrow. When do I reach out? If they say they're going to order tomorrow, reach out tomorrow. So if somebody says, I'm going to order on this day, you set a timer in your phone and you follow up with them on that day. If they don't respond to you on that day, then wait 2 days. hey girl, just wanted to follow up with you and see if you were ready to get your order of greens in, ? If they still don't answer you, follow up in, some people say 2 weeks. I'm like, hell no, I don't wait 2 weeks to follow with that person because then I'm going to forget about them. So I usually follow up in like 5 days. If it's the end of the month and the end of the month is in like 2 or 3 days, their butt's getting a message. So the last 2 days of the month, you guys, I don't care when I talk to the people, I am sending them all the same message pretty much to follow up with them the last 2 days, no matter when I've talked to them. So any other things there about following up? And, you know, I've never done this and I've never done it successfully, but I do know people that have. I'm going to order tomorrow. Okay, awesome. I can go ahead and get your order in first thing in the morning if you just want to send me your information now. Guys, that works for a lot of people. That doesn't work for me. I feel weird doing it. I don't know why. But when I've done it, it's just, they like don't answer me and then I feel like they don't order. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that again. So for me, I don't really like it so much, but it has worked for other people. So if that's something that you want to do or try, go ahead. What type of product example posts do you give to new DTs? There is a post that I put up, Kelly, 2 days ago? If you, any new distributor that is listening right now, I want you to do one thing. I want you to go into our team page, Diamond Dynasty. I want you to go to the search box and I want you to type in one of two things: new distributor or new DT, because you're going to get probably some different things based on that. So in that search, when you go type in new DT, you're not only going to find the new DT checklist, which I absolutely love and am very proud of, but you are going to also find new DT posts. Okay. So Sherry, I want you to go search that right now and see if you can find it. I just did it like 2 days ago. So there's a picture. And then I said, everybody share the first post. You can probably even type in the keyword first post and it'll pop up. And then everybody kind of shared a couple of ideas in the comments. There's probably like only 5, but it's definitely a good start. So
yeah, and if people don't know where the search is, I know when I first started, I was like, where's the damn search box? I couldn't figure it out, but I was too embarrassed to ask you. So for those who don't know where the search is, it's on the left menu. There's a box there kind of in the center. It just says search this group. And then it's got the little magnifying glass and you type in there. So I only say that because that's what happened to me. So
and if you're on your phone, it's at the top.
Right.
It's at the very top. If you just type in like the whatever, I'm not going to try to figure out how to say that. Lisa, I just sent it to you. Okay. Katie, we had a post about attraction marketing recently. Yes, and I loved that post. And hang on just a second. I'm going to show you what I did with that post. Come on, Danielle. Leslie saw it because I gave her one. I can't find it. Do you have it? Oh my God. You're freaking amazing. I unmuted you just so you know, don't start swearing.
Oh.
All right. While she's finding. Oh, there.
You want me to show it?
Sure. So I printed it out. I took the entire post. I printed it out. And guys, there's like 16 points of it. Maybe I'll get to your question in a second. Sorry. There's 16 points of it. I basically took number 1, 2 spaces, 2 spaces, 3, left 2 spaces. So when I didn't know if I'd have time at the conference yesterday. Clearly I had not 1 second to myself. So when I have time, or honestly, I'm going to Tucson on Sunday. I may have time there. I'm going to just write in, add things. It'll give me ideas. I can go change my profile picture to what it says. So I made it more like a to-do list, because here's my problem. Danielle Janicescu does not have a lot of time to sit at the computer by herself. So I need things in my hand while I'm sitting on the couch holding Emma, or I need things in my hand while my kids are playing in the living room or their playroom, whatever. So that's what worked for me. So I printed it out. I have it. I can put it in the team page if you guys want that, if that works for you. But that post was definitely a game changer for me. Okay, so before I kind of felt like it was talk about your why, talk about your right results. So I'm kind of wondering how the flow should be. Does that make sense? Attraction marketing don't show products, team, show pictures with yourself with the products. Okay. I hear what you're saying. And here's the thing, and I'm going to give you my opinion. I like to make it very clear that this is my opinion because everyone's very different, and I am not going to judge you if you do things differently or feel differently or whatever. Christina Watts has like 15 million followers, okay? Like 15,000. Like she seriously has a crap ton of followers. So Christina Watts does not plaster I'm an It Works distributor all over her Facebook page, nor should I think she should, or anyone probably would advise her to. So she attracts them in, okay? She has all these followers and she attracts them in. So guess what she does? She's done things like this, and I don't agree with it. She's covered up this and been like, oh my God, this pixie stick. So she is attracting people into this energy thing. Well, honestly, like that's totally her call. She's not putting out there that she's an It Works distributor. I don't agree with some of the things that she does do because she has said things before that like these people just stop by my house and they want me to try this energy stick, and you're totally lying. Like I don't like that. So there's things that she does because she has 15,000 followers and she's trying to attract them in to be like, oh my God, what is that in your hand? Okay, do you see what I'm saying? That's not me. And I don't ever want to come across as me ever someone questioning if I'm being honest or not. So that is not me. I have branded myself as an It Works distributor. I have branded myself in a way where people know that they can come to me if they need what I have. So I don't plaster It Works all over my page. I'm not going to put Blitz cards all over my page. Here's what I'm going to do. If you go to my page right now, you're going to see a post. I think I said it in the post about Emma and I. This morning, I posted a picture of Emma and I. I posted a picture of my daughter and I. Nowhere in that picture can you see It Works, okay? But if you read what I wrote about it, it said something about I was able to go, blah, 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 come back, cuddle with my babies. I'm so thankful that I work from home. And guess what? I have signed so many distributors from how is your office the playground? How is your office sitting on the couch? How is your office? I cannot tell you how many people I have signed from posting pictures like that. So here's my advice to you. You have to figure out what works for you. You have to figure out your brand. Okay. You have to brand yourself. If you're going to work a business on social media, you have got to brand yourself. Can anyone tell me what my brand is? Like, what have I branded myself as? Does anybody know? Any keywords? Kelly.
Stay-at-home mom.
Succulents.
Target.
Target. Absolutely.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Yes.
Succulents.
Succulents. Thank you. Okay. That's
Former
pretty much
teacher.
it. Yes. Former teacher. So when people, guys, when people send me private messages of Target stuff or dinosaur stuff or Parker needs this for, you're doing something right. I can't tell you how many people that I have never met a day in my life because I build my network a lot with moms and mom groups. I cannot tell you how many people have sent me private messages to be like, oh my God, this Target meme or whatever it is, I thought of you immediately. I want them thinking of me immediately. When people see Target and they think of me, I'm like, yes, I'm doing something right. That's me branding myself. So again, I'm going to go back, come full circle. I don't fully agree 100% with attraction marketing. I agree probably 90% with everything that they're doing. So I agree with the stuff that I shared, but there's probably about one or two sentences that made me go, I'm not really sure if I want to share that, but I did. So yes.
Can I say something? So for some of the newer people, so I've been doing this since mid-April, and it's taken a while. Like, honestly, I'm going to be totally transparent and tell you guys, like Danielle knows, but I just probably in the last couple months, everything has really started for me to kind of click. And I'm not slow. There's so much. There's so much. And I think that's why so many people get discouraged maybe, and they go, oh, I can't do this. you have to give yourself time. You have to give yourself grace. You have to be able to there is so much. And Danielle's been doing this for what, 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
And she will tell you, she's learning stuff every single day still almost. Like there's just so much. So don't feel like you're hearing all this and you're going, oh God, I got to brand myself tonight. I got to go do this. I got to go do that. Listen, I still don't think I've branded myself. Like I go and ask people, well, what do you think of when you think of me? Like ask people who like you. but you know, like that's a good way to do it. But it's a process. So like, just don't freak out and feel like all this stuff that you're hearing has to happen tonight.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, and it takes so much, I don't want to say so much time, but I mean, it takes time until it finally will. One day you're going to go, oh, okay,
yeah,
I get it. And then it starts to become second nature almost. And that, at least for me, that's what's starting to happen more and more. So,
and I feel like for new distributors, it's so easy to be like, don't get overwhelmed. And they're all like, what do you mean don't get overwhelmed? You're going to, I kind of want to be like, you're going to be overwhelmed. Prepare yourself because just so much. But here's the thing. We have a really awesome team. So you're going to have a lot of information, but twist your mindset just a little bit and be like, holy heck, they've got a lot of information. I cannot wait to get to work, set goals for myself because I have everything laid out for me right here. Okay. So change your mindset a little bit. Guys, do a 6 list. Do 6 income producing activities that you are going to commit to doing every single day. Change the list every night before you go to bed, make a new list. And you're going to feel accomplished. When that list is done, you're going to be like, hell yeah. And if you want to do more, go ahead. But you know what? You're going to feel accomplished. And I feel like that when I really caught on to what the 6 list was doing for me, it was more like I just had a never ending to-do list. And then I started the 6 list and I was like, my 6 lists are building off of each other and I'm productively working every single day and I feel good about it. And that was the best thing, that I was learning. Also for anybody as a new distributor, my YouTube channel, I have a video that I did for all new distributors. So it talks about a lot of stuff I just did within the last month. So it's pretty updated. If you are like, I have no idea how to find your YouTube channel, you can search it, or you can go to the team page and type in the keyword YouTube and it'll pop right up. Okay. Hey. All right. All right. So I'm glad that helped, Katie. All right. So does anyone have any last questions? I'm going to go make dinner and then we have our 7 o'clock Zoom, which do not miss the 7 o'clock Zoom because it's going to be bomb.com. So does anyone have any questions, topics, thoughts? You guys good?
Good.
All right. Thank you guys so much for being on, and I will get the recording up. If you're not on my team and you hopped on, Michaela, just shoot me a message and I'll give you the recording if you want to catch the beginning of it. So, all right, you guys have a great night. I'll see you all at 7. Bye. Terry. I guess I better.